So today I have something very special to share with you. I've had the opportunity to explore many different careers in my life, but coaching has been one of the most fulfilling experience for me. Past 3 years, I've been constantly thinking about how I could help people like you that are wanting to level up in their life, their career in entrepreneurship. But today I specifically want to talk more on the topic of entrepreneurship. My entrepreneurial journey has been very special for me because this has been one of my biggest personal and professional transformational journey of all times. And hence, I really want to share my learnings, my experiences, my knowledge, mistakes, misconceptions, and most importantly, the mindset that I had to evolve into in order to sustain and grow in this journey. But before I share more of what I'm going to do next, I would like to tell you my little story so that you understand where I'm coming from and why I'm doing this. So, ever since I finished my MBA, I really wanted to do something of my own, start something of my own. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But I never had the guts to do it because I had grown up with the conditioning that I should get good grades, go to the best college, get a good job. That's what my entire family did. And that's exactly what I did. So that dream of entrepreneurship always felt like a distant dream, like a fantasy bubble, which would, if I would touch it, it would burst and disappear. But 6 years ago, there came a time when I felt so stuck in my job. And I didn't even exactly know why. I wasn't unhappy with the salary or the field that I was in, but I did feel trapped. I felt like my whole life I underplayed my potential and did only what the other people told me to. I felt like I did not live a life of freedom, but was a puppet who had no bigger vision or purpose in life. I had just turned 30 and I started to question the very meaning of my life and career. But then a miracle happened. And I call it a miracle because every day I was praying for a breakthrough at that moment, an opportunity it fell right into my lap. It was an opportunity to start something of my own. And by the way, at that point, I should have been thrilled for that opportunity because it was life-changing at that moment. But the reality was very different. I was actually terrified because this particular jump was asking me to enter into a completely different territory all by myself. I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. MBA really doesn't teach you much, to be honest. I had to give up my monthly paycheck and I was very scared to lose that stability, and worst of all, I didn't know how my family is going to react. So I went through sleepless days, sleepless nights, overcalculating the situation, but I still couldn't make up my mind. But lucky enough, I was subtly pushed by the person I trusted so much, who also became my first client, and I started this journey. And I thought things would be happily ever after. But it was actually a start of a new nightmare. At that point of time, I was desperate to prove my decision to myself and my father. I did not want him to look down to me. I wanted to show him that quitting my job was a good decision. So I decided to start another business parallelly to my first one. Imagine, I didn't even know how to run one, and I challenged myself to start another one. So at that point of time, I worked my ass off. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, juggling 2 things at a time. But after a year, I was failing badly. Not just my business was failing, but my health, my physical and my mental health along with it. I struggled massively with self-doubt. I didn't have clarity in my vision and I had zero mission. All I knew was that I wanted to make a lot of money and I wanted to show it to my parents and the world. But I was grappling with a variety of fears. I was afraid to fail. I was afraid to lose money. I was afraid of rejection. I didn't want to look stupid in front of other people. I was afraid to disappoint my dad. I kept telling myself that someone like me, who had such a successful corporate career of 10 years, how could I be so bad as an entrepreneur? It hurt my ego so badly. But then one day I found my answer to this. And it's when I started to reach out for help, seek answers, read different books, and then enter into the world of coaching. I started to see where my problems were. And they were not really in my abilities or my resources, but in my head, in my mindset. And one of the biggest reasons was because I was thinking from what I now call the job mindset. I had quit my job almost 2 years ago at that point of time, but I had not stopped thinking from that angle. I learned that all successful entrepreneurs had a very different level of thinking, and they had different thinking, behaviors, and actions. The level of commitment, ownership, passion, vision was very different from what I had. I thought I knew everything. That was how big my pride was. I thought I knew everything, but only to realize that I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. And that's how I began my journey of transformation, both personally and professionally. One of my mentors I would like to share, Mr. Tony Robbins, the master of all coaches. He said that business success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. That really hit me. And I realized that all I was focusing on was on mechanics. And my psychology, on the other hand, was all messed up. I did not do business with a vision, but I was doing it out of fear. I didn't have a mission to serve, but I just wanted to make quick short-term gains. I lacked passion, and I definitely had no patience. Thankfully, today a lot of things have changed. So today I run an international tourism marketing business, an e-commerce business, and a life and a coaching business. So while I was doing my personal and group coaching, I felt like I couldn't reach to as many as people as I want. And to reach to that scale, I felt like I needed to make my voice heard to as many as people, as easy as possible and as affordable as possible. So I'm super thrilled to announce that I'm officially launching my online programs related to entrepreneurship called the Entrepreneur Success Formula Basic Essentials. This is the program that every aspiring, budding, or even established entrepreneur should look into, because I'm talking about things that no school, colleges, or higher degrees give you. The reality of entrepreneurship and what it really takes to be successful in this journey. I know entrepreneurship journey is challenging and very tricky. And I just hope that through this program, through this platform, I can make your journey slightly more easier. Because I know that I would not have made it to wherever I have been if I didn't have the various coaches and mentors along my way. This is not a get rich quick scheme or program, but it's actually a deep dive into real entrepreneurship, where I've addressed the different myths around it and 10 different concepts that you need to master to be successful. I've also addressed the number one obstacle that stops most people in this journey, and that is fears, and how you can move past those fears. You would also be able to find your passion and design a vision for yourself if you haven't found it still. There's a lot more than I can explain here. So if you're someone that is in this journey or aspiring to be one, you can check out this program in my bio if you're watching it on Instagram, or in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube. And cherry on the top, as an introductory offer, I'm offering a 50% additional discount, an already discounted offer. My hope just is simply that through this platform, more people can take advantage of this throwaway price. And I hope you are somebody who takes the ownership of designing and achieving the dreams, goals, vision related to your business and your life. Because this is exactly what successful people do. I'll see you there.